This is 7 News, the voice of the coast.
Tonight, a temporary fix is found as Glen Ray residents continue to boil their drinking water.
Beach four-wheel driving again under the microscope in the Northern Rivers.
I'm Daniel Gibson. Later on this news hour, hundreds of people to be freed in a Middle Eastern prisoners swap, and dozens of people charged after a pro-Palestinian protest in Sydney turns violent.
7 News begins now.
Good evening. Glen Ray residents will have to boil drinking water for at least another fortnight.
But a temporary water filtration system is tonight being installed to replace the council plant, which failed.
Washing vegetables under filtered water has become the new normal at Glen Ray General Store. For the past 6 weeks, everyone in town has been using boiled or bottled water.
You're washing your vegetables constantly. We're prepping 3 times here before we can send something out. We put in a filter system on the tap so we can wash our lettuce, wash everything.
We boil water for cooking, that's about it. Other than that, we buy water for drinking. We drink a lot of water in the family too. Just taking trips in the coughs or the fuel just to get there, just to get the water.
Clarence Valley Council issued a boil water alert for the Glen Ray town supply on October 11.
The Shannon Creek Dam water had a higher turbidity, smaller particles in the water, and the rudimentary, I'll call it, filtration system we had there couldn't remove those finer particles.
Crews working to connect a temporary higher filtration system today, but no warning signage on taps in the public reserve.
I personally drank the water. For the moment, I'm fine.
Any water for drinking or washing vegetables in Glen Ray needs boiling.
Residents have been struggling, I guess. We've been buying extra water. I know a lot of people have gone into office works to get pallets of water. We've got water here, Oz Water. We donated some to the school, some to the preschool.
But more work is needed to fix the problem.
So next week commissioning, and the following week allowing for flushing of the system, cleaning our reservoirs, and then laboratory testing to make sure that it meets all the health requirements.
Claire Simmons is live in Coffs Harbour. And Claire, the council is emphasising that only Glen Ray town supply is impacted by the water quality.
Nick, Clarence Valley water no longer comes from Nimboida River due to reduced water flows, but almost all of the valley's water is processed by more advanced treatment systems.
The rest of the community that are on Shannon Creek Dam water, their water goes to our water treatment plant here at South Grafton, which does have a clarifying lagoon that now allows us to settle out those finer particles.
Council is developing tender documents for a permanent Glen Ray water filtration process, and those tender documents will be out in the new year.
OK, thanks for the update, Claire. That's Claire Simmons reporting live in Coffs Harbour.
A 2-level home has been destroyed by fire in Lismore. About 30 firefighters worked to bring the blaze under control after being called to the Magellan Street, residents at 11:30 this morning. The fire was contained to the property, but concern for structural collapse prevented crews entering the house. No injuries were reported.
Police have seized a crop of more than 15,000 cannabis plants southwest of Lismore. It's estimated the plants found at a property in Ellengowan have a street value of more than $52 million. Police allege the property was being used for the large-scale cultivation of cannabis. 7 people, 6 men and a 52-year-old woman were charged and faced Lismore local court today.
A Murwillumbah man has appeared in court on 7 charges following an armed hold-up. Claire Morton is live in Ballina for us tonight with details about the case, which began last month.
That's right, Maddie. The incident happened at a servo on Tweed Valley Way a month ago. Police say a man allegedly threatened staff and fired a single shot from a firearm before fleeing in a white ute. Yesterday, detectives raided a home in Murwillumbah where they located and seized a loaded sawn-off shotgun, ammunition and a vehicle. A 53-year-old man was arrested at the scene. He appeared in Tweed Head's local court, charged with attempted robbery with a dangerous weapon, manufacture of a prohibited drug and firearm-related offences. No bail application was made, and tonight he remains in custody.
Thanks, Claire. That's Claire Morton reporting live for us tonight from Ballina.
Funding for an overpass at the Pacific Highway in Harrington was promised almost 3 years ago. And while federal cash is still on the cards, locals say they want action now. Hannah Hardup is live for us in Taree. And Hannah, why is this overpass taking so long?
Nick, timing for the upgrade of this overpass is still unconfirmed. Transport for New South Wales say they will continue to consult with the community as the project progresses.
Calling for roads and infrastructure projects on the mid-North Coast to start.
The longer the government takes to start doing the work, the less money there will be, because the cost of all this engineering and infrastructure, like everything, is going up. So delays cost money, red tapes cost money.
$60 million in funding for the Harrington Road intersection upgrade was secured almost 3 years ago. Yet both sides of politics have failed to action the project. The local member for Lyne says these projects should have been completed.
It's a dangerous 4-lane crossing, B-doubles and cars, caravans, crossing 4 or 5 lanes is just a recipe for a major accident.
Locals are desperate to see action, noting safety concerns and the effect on business.
Especially through the holidays period, it's very, very busy, so it's hard to get out onto the highway, especially to get over to the Harrington turn-off.
A statement from a spokesperson for Transport for New South Wales says that the next major milestone for the project will be the display of the concept design, expected in early 2024. While basic earthworks for the overpass were completed many years ago, successive governments have failed to complete the project.
Well, if we start with the big excuse was, they're busy with the Coffs Harbour bypass, but surely a Cooper-Nook-Harrington bypass could be done by a separate set of contractors.
Hannah Hardup, 7 News.
Four-wheel drive beach access has divided opinion in the Ballina region for years. Now it's back in the spotlight as the council prepares to debate access to 7 Mile Beach in Lennox Head.
Cars swerving and sliding through the sand. It's the footage that sparked a petition, ultimately leading to the closure of South Ballina Beach to four-wheel drives. Over 2 years on, the issue is still contentious.
Everyone has an opinion in Ballina Shire as to what needs to happen with the beaches. Should they be closed altogether, or should there be limited access?
Tomorrow, Council will discuss a proposal to remove one-day permits on 7 Mile Beach in Lennox Head after a dramatic increase in traffic.
A 107% increase in those one-day passes, but overall an 84% increase in permits.
Also on the agenda, a notice of motion for Council to take over management of South Ballina Beach from the state government, which closed vehicle access in 2021. Fishing businesses say they're still being impacted.
That beach and Lennox are a great tourist attraction for people to come here because of the fishing, so it has affected us.
But for the endangered pied oyster catcher, which is vulnerable to human activity, the move has been a win.
Because we don't want to see these birds come into care, we just want to see them on the beach.
With the community divided, Councillor Brewham thinks there's only one way to settle the debate.
I'd like a referendum so we can find out what the public really thinks and stop having these debates.
What we really need to do is get four-wheel drive users educated on where they can and can't drive and how to look after the beach.
Claire Morton, 7 News.
An application for a large-scale boarding house development has divided Coffs Harbour councillors. But the project's price tag means it'll be a regional planning decision, not one for the city to call.
This Mission Australia Coffs Harbour housing project supports homeless people transition into permanent housing. Now the agency wants to develop land next door.
It's something that we really desperately need is more affordable and social housing in Coffs Harbour.
Plans are for 25 boarding rooms in a 7-storey structure with 6 back-lane car parks.
There are only 25 rooms, and in a boarding house located so close to town, there's not such a great need for parking.
But 7 storeys on a 500 square metre block is not everyone's housing solution.
Look, really in support of the Mission Australia program to ease housing affordability. The big issue with this site is it's just such a small parcel of land and it is such a big building.
Neighbours like this breast surgery clinic will be dwarfed by the building.
Well, the surrounding businesses are very concerned about the disruption to their practice. The doctor who operates next door to where this building will be constructed has communicated to me that, yeah, she feels like it's an unfair process.
At a project cost of $12.2 million, this is up to the Northern Regional Planning Panel to decide.
It's 6 or 7 stories high and it's on a very narrow block, but it is in the middle of the Coffs CBD in a commercial area. So I think if we can't find space for affordable housing there, where do we find space for it?
Tomorrow, Coffs Harbour City councillors will pass the report onto the regional body. Claire Simmons, 7 News.
A world record attempt for the biggest paddle out is about to hit Port Macquarie. Inspired by Zach Young, who died after a shark bite in 2013, hundreds are expected to take to the water this weekend.
10 years since the community banded together to paddle out for Zach Young, the call has gone out again, this time to break a world record. This weekend, the Love Thy Neighbour event is inspired by Zach and the love he inspired in others.
Zach always floated to the top. He's easygoing, happy, under pressure. He'd always see the positive side of things. So he really was an inspiration to me. To be honest with you, he taught me many, many things.
The paddle out will form part of a memorial documentary currently in production by the Love and Life Media Group. Everyone is invited to take part and the whole thing will be recorded. Plus, there's plenty of water safety.
3 boats, 4 jet skis, 3 rubber duckies, Life Saving Australia, Marine Rescue, underwater cinematographers.
In the 18 months before his passing, Zach found a strong connection with God. His final diary entry was to spread the word into every major city in the world, and his documentary aims to do just that. Filmmakers, production crews and multimedia experts have come on board.
I feel like that's what Zach would have wanted for all of us going forward in the way that we should be living our lives. It's being together and being responsible and great examples for each other.
There'll be prizes and live music on the day. The paddle out registration starts at 7 a.m. You can pick up a registration form before the big world record attempt.
We're not trying. We're going to break that world record. You're coming in the water.
Samantha Crowe, 7 News.
Well, Kirsty is here now for a look at today's weather across the coast. And Kirsty, it's been quite mild, but we have seen some showers.
Yeah, maybe not the best day to get out in the water today, though, but it has been quite mild and humid along the north coast. That humidity actually made our temperatures feel slightly warmer than our actual maximums today. Skies were overcast for most of us. Some early showers in the far north over the Queensland border this morning. Those showers did continue across our inland regions today. Parts of the Hastings as well as the Nambucca and Bellingen regions picked up as much as 15 millimetres of rain. And we also saw some heavy bursts of rain around Ballina further north around the mid-morning. Temperatures really didn't increase much from our minimums to our maximums, only a difference of just a few degrees. Now we will see showers increasing over the next couple of days, falling right across the region. I'll have a look at that Thursday forecast shortly.
Thanks, Kirsty. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Still to come in 7 News, food and art on display as a public school holds their first ever silent auction.
And a special cancer walk held in memory of a much-loved little boy.
And a little later on this news hour, the latest on the prisoner exchange between Israel and Hamas. That's amid talks of a potential truce. More than 20 people arrested while protesting an Israeli-owned cargo ship in Sydney. And former Liberal staffer Bruce Lehrman begins his defamation case against Channel 10.
Welcome back. The memory of Harlan Johnson will be at the forefront of Brain Cancer Awareness Walk in Foster this weekend. The young boy lost his battle with the disease 6 months ago with the event to honour his life.
Coming together to remember Harlan.
What are we?
Best friends.
Best friends.
Yay!
A Walk for Brain Cancer event will be held in Tuncurry this weekend, raising money and honouring those who have been affected by the deadly disease.
So the walk starts at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Registration's at 8:30 here at the Rock Pool in Tuncurry. And we're all going to walk over the beautiful Foster Tuncurry Bridge to Beach Bums and back for the 5Ks or Beach Bums up to Bennett's Head for the 10Ks.
Harlan James Johnston was a vibrant, beautiful young boy who tragically died from the disease at the age of 3, just 6 short months ago.
He has like the best, cutest, infectious smile ever. He was very smart. He loved his number blocks. He loved Bluey.
The team have currently raised $5,000 with a goal to reach $10,000 by Saturday. With any donations, a step forward will be made in finding a cure for the disease.
There's still 22% of people with brain cancer die, and it is the biggest killer of children of any other disease.
I just want everyone to know how deadly this disease can be and how important it is to raise awareness and funds for the issue for brain cancer.
Hannah Hartup, 7 News.
A student art exhibition was held at Tanoni Public School, bringing the community together to celebrate local creativity. The event, called Easels and Eats, ran after school, showcasing the artist students from kindergarten to year 6. The artworks ranged from portraits to canvases, optical illusions, string art and beach-style crafts. The students also ran food stalls and a barbecue, showing off their many talents to the local community.
Unfortunately, the weather's against us today, but to have our community come and celebrate our children's successes is amazing.
A silent auction was also held for the featured classroom artworks.
Still to come in 7 News, the Clarence Valley Rifle Club continues to impress the right people.
And a Paul Macquarie fighter still celebrating his first ever Australian title.
Paul Macquarie's Matthew Bruce has secured his first Australian Muay Thai belt. The 31-year-old is also ranked 8th in the world for kickboxing and now has his eyes set on that title.
From the red corner, the medalist,
With the title belt to prove it, Matthew Bruce has returned home the new light heavyweight Australian Muay Thai champion.
It's an honour to be an Australian champion. It was a great achievement of mine and my career and stuff like that. We worked really hard for it. We've trained countless hours and stuff behind the scenes to get to this level of competition.
The 31-year-old is ranked 7th in the world in kickboxing and was originally scheduled to fight for the kickboxing title. But when plans changed in the final days, he proved why he's now the best in the country.
About 3 days out from the title, they end up changing my opponent and the style of fight. So we end up going from a kickboxing fight to a Muay Thai fight. And then we had to go up a weight class to light heavyweight from middleweight.
Taking on Davey Mitchell, the pair fought it out in the first round before Bruce ran away with the win in the second and third. Now he's looking to take his career even further.
This one's a Muay Thai Australian title. Obviously, we'd like to get the kickboxing one as well. And then after that, we'll look at trying to get a world championship.
A goal his coaches know is achievable.
He's great at Muay Thai, but kickboxing is really where you see his skills come through. He's got fast hands, quick punches, quick kicks. Okay, his footwork is phenomenal.
Samantha Crowe, 7 News.
A Coffs Harbour Rifle Club has scored a major coup and will host the national finals next year. Australian participation in US Precision Rimfire challenges has doubled every year for the last 5 years. Local shooters were quick to adopt the weekly time challenges sent around the globe. 2 club members competed in the US earlier this year.
It's different positions, different barricades for the shooter itself, and then the targets are all different locations, different distances, different sizes, and they're little metal gongs, and so you get instant feedback.
Over 3 days in April, 70 Australian shooters will contest the national finale.
Still to come in 7 News, your local weather is coming up with Kirsty. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Good evening, everyone. A broad trough over New South Wales has generated showers and isolated thunderstorms today, while a high-pressure system is dragging warm and humid air into the state. A second trough will deepen firstly in the west tomorrow and slowly move east across our state, allowing that moisture to build up and dropping moderate to heavy rainfall over much of New South Wales over the coming week or so. And we can see the vast volume of this rainfall on our maps as well. Most of the state could see upwards of 50 millimetres. Some isolated areas could see around 100 millimetres of rain. Kicking off from the coast from tonight, some of the heaviest showers, though, are currently forecast early next week. Taking a look to our Thursday weather, and it looks overcast for most tomorrow with some showers around, as well as a chance of a thunderstorm. We could see as little as 3 millimetres, but as much as 10 millimetres. Temperatures sitting around the low to mid-20s, a little warmer as we head further north with a light breeze. On the waters tomorrow, winds tending east-northeasterly around around Byron Bay and variable around the Coffs Coast, up to about 20 knots. Seas hovering around a metre, with our swell hovering between around 3 and 5 feet. On to the end of the working week, we are expecting some lighter showers, no more than about 2 or 3 millimetres, and mainly falling during the afternoon and the evening. Quite a cloudy day around Kempsey. Those temperatures in the south increasing to around the low to mid-20s, and we're expecting similar conditions further north, but with a slight chance of a shower around Lismore and for Casino. Through to Saturday, some showers possible still. Southern parts of the mid-coast likely to also see some storms. Port Macquarie and Taree could see around 2 to 3 millimetres with breezy winds. Drier conditions further north, though, with some areas of blue sky. Certainly a bit of mixed weather over the coming 3 days.
Yeah, it sure is a bit of everything. Thanks, Kirsty. See you later. Now, for a look at the best petrol around our region, the best for unleaded in Port Macquarie is $1.87 at the Independent. Diesel is $1.99 at the Independent there. In Grafton, the United in South Grafton has unleaded posted at $1.95 and diesel at $2.17. Access Fuels at Yamba has posted unleaded at $2.05 and diesel for $2.19. And Gloucester Tyre and Auto has unleaded for $1.99, while Arco Energy, Gloucester Tyre and Auto, or the Gloucester Service Centre has diesel for $2.09. Take your pick.
And that is all we have time for tonight. Thanks for watching. You can always catch up on our website, or of course at 7plus.
Right now, though, Dan has your national news. Have a lovely night. We'll see you again tomorrow night from 6 o'clock. See you there.